Hey everybody, this is Angela. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a really good day. Hope you all are staying warm and everything. So today, I'm going to read Who Was Amelia Earhart, and we're on chapter 4, and I think it's like 9 chapters. Let me see. Yeah, so I got 4 more. And we're on chapter 4. Amelia takes off. With her pilot license in hand, Amelia flew in some air shows. Most pilots were men, so a young woman attracts a lot of attention. Amelia didn't like to be on display, but she worked in the shows to earn money. She had to keep on flying. Then Amelia's friends and teachers, Netta Snook, got married. Friend and teacher Netta Snook got married. Just as Amelia feared, her friends' flying days were over. Netta would now be a wife and mother, so Amelia needed another instructor. She teamed up with an expert named Monty Monjo. Monty had flown in the army. He also did stunt work flying in the movies. Monty taught Amelia a lot. She even learned to do tricks in the air, like huge upside down loops. Oh, right here they got it. Whoops. Now she felt like trying for a flying record. Amelia wanted to see how high she could go. Amelia didn't tell anyone her plans. She had an instrument put in her plane. It measured how high above the ground the plane was. In the early 1920s, planes didn't fly as high as they do today. One reason was because the cockpits were open. At higher altitude, there is not much oxygen to breathe. Amelia knew she could pass out if she went too high, but she was willing to risk it. It took 2 attempts. Amelia flew through fog and sleet. She finally made it to 14,000 feet, more than 2.5 miles high. Then her plane's engine began to fail. Amelia brought her plane down fast. She was just barely able to make a safe landing, but she had her record. Although, wait a minute, I'm getting distracted. Okay. Although Amelia loved to fly, she soon found out that she couldn't support herself just by flying. There were no big airlines or airplanes yet. People did not travel by plane. In fact, most people never expected to take a ride in a plane in 1924. Amelia temporarily gave up on her dream. She sold the Canary and used the money to buy a car. You might guess that Amelia would pick a practical automobile like the Ford Model T. She didn't. She bought a fancy yellow convertible. If she couldn't fly in the air, she would at least have the feeling of flying across the ground. Amelia named her car the Yellow Pearl. She and her mother drove across country and headed for the East Coast. Amelia went back to Columbia University, but again it wasn't for long. She had to drop out again as usual. The problem was money. Sam Chapman followed Amelia out east. He proposed marriage again. It was tempting. Amelia was now 28. Most people thought women this age were already old maids. If Amelia married Sam, she wouldn't have to worry so much about money. However, Sam would want her to stay home and have children. Amelia had to decide. To her, the choice was very clear. Amelia told her sister Muriel of her decision. I don't want to marry him, Amelia said. I don't want to marry anyone. Amelia couldn't stand the thought of giving up her freedom. The next job Amelia found was in Boston. She worked at Denson House, where she took care of poor children. Amelia liked the job. She knew she was doing something worthwhile. Flying was now limited to weekends, but she watched other pilots with interest. In 1927, a man named Charles Lindbergh made news all over the world. He was the first pilot to fly alone across the Atlantic Ocean. It took him more than 33 hours to fly from Long Island, New York to Paris. A woman from London named Amy Guest wanted to be the first woman to fly across the Atlantic. Guest was not a pilot, so she would set the record by just being a passenger in the plane. George Putman, a book publisher in New York, was going to oversee her attempt. However, Amy's family wouldn't let her go, so George Putman had to find another woman, and this time he wanted a pilot. Putman ran a big publishing company, so he knew a lot of people. He was good at making deals. Putman asked a friend to find the right woman for the trip. The friend was Amelia Earhart. So that's the end of chapter 4. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Please hit like and subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell so you know when I come up with a new video. I hope everybody's afternoon or even or in night will be really good, and I hope to see you all in the next one. You all have a good one. Good night.